all. So we talked about the various things in the last few tutorials, and we are actually talking about the various important techniques of Python programming. So currently we are doing the database connectivity and how to create the table from the Python program, how to insert the records from the Python program. In the same manner, you can do how to update the records from the Python program. Fine. So today we will talk about two programs, okay, where the database connectivity has been used along with the GUI Tkinter. So you'll come to know how the GUI Tkinter is used along with the database connectivity or MySQL connection, and what to write down exactly, how to connect the widget, okay, to the SQL value or to the SQL row, okay, and we'll come to know how to write that program. So let's start. Okay, this is for the date handling. Okay, if suppose I want to give the date in the YYMMDD format, how we give in the MySQL. Okay, and I want to get the data from Python, right? So obviously from datetime import datetime, because we are going to make use of this particular library. Okay, and we have to import that and import MySQL.cursors because we are going to make use of the backend also, and we are going to make use of Tkinter. So from Tkinter import start. So these three libraries are important to import. One is datetime, other is MySQL, third is Tkinter. Okay. Now if I want that particular window to come, okay, and I want to put the label and the text box for YY, MM and DD one after another, obviously I will need the window. Okay, so for that root TK, root equal to TK and root dot geometry 600 by 600. This is, they are my coordinates, and root dot title date entry. I want to enter the date. So now I would have to take the values from the user. So I want to say that if suppose roll number and his birth date is to be entered, or if suppose it's a employee ID and his hire date is to be entered, okay, then ID is into var. The meaning of the into var is taking the integer variable. It's a function. DD equal to string var, MM equal to string var, YY equal to string var. They are the DD, MM, YY format. This is for, they are the strings, okay, and this is ID is integer. Now here I have written the GUI part, okay, as date details at the beginning, label, okay, and then after that I am writing here down that enter the DD, enter the MM, enter the YY. So you can see that and along with the ID. So initially the text would be ID. It is a label. Where to place it? On x equal to 60, y equal to 100. We have talked about the place, we have talked about the grid, we have talked about the pack too. Okay, these three placeholders we have talked in Python in GUI Tkinter. They are nothing but grid, place, pack. Out of that we are using place. Then next to it the entry would come. So if suppose I have this label, okay, beyond the, besides it I would have the entry. So this is my entry 1, okay, and this would be my label 1. That way it would go on. So this is, sorry, this is my label 2, okay, and this would be my entry 2. Okay, in this manner it would go on in such a way that we want to work on it. So here what is happening, the label DD uska entry, label MM uska entry, okay, and label YY और उसका entry, और नीचे एक submit button है. Okay, that submit button is for finding the date, the date which has been given by the user is correct or not. Okay, and for this we had written the function, and that function is known as database. Fine. This database function is running here. You can see here command equal to database. Can you see that? Just a minute. Okay. So here find date dot configure command equal to database. So as soon as it would come to that particular command button, fine, it would execute the command database. It is placed on x equal to 140, y equal to 280. Now what is this function is all about? It is talking about my MySQL part, the database connectivity part. Here we are going to give the database connectivity part, how we used to write it down. So db equal to pymysql.connect, localhost on the same machine, root, username, root, password, test, table name, database name, sorry. Then cursor equal to db.cursor. I want to get all the records in the cursor. Then they are my variables. id1 equal to id.get. This is id.get. By get, we have learned this get function. dd1 equal to dd.get, mm1 equal to mm.get, yy1 equal to yy.get. This is database function def, okay, which is called below. Now equal to date time. I put it in the date time format. So now I want to put that now variable. So date time int of yy1 in the yymmdd format. So int of mm1 int of dd1, and then print now. And I want to put that now in the program. In the table. So you can see here. You can see here insert into table 3. This table 3 is present in my MySQL. Okay, id comma date, and that id would be this id which has been entered by the user. Okay, and this now would be this date and time, and I have to commit, then only I would get the output stored in the table. So db.commit. Okay, so in this manner we have written, understood the program. Let's execute it. Just a minute, it is taking time. Machine. Okay, fine. It's showing. Oh, let's see. I'll just check. Okay, it was giving some error, but nothing happened. I didn't do anything. I just executed it again. So now I'm entering ID initially as I have given here there int where it took 0. I don't want to give the ID as 0. I want to give it as 1 or maybe 5. Okay, whatever. Then DD. Now I will be giving some at random values deliberately. Okay, and I would see what happens. It would give me an error for the month. Okay, then it should be between 1 to 12. Fine, so it is giving me an error, so I'll say 12. Let's see. It's giving me an error for the day. Automatically it is doing this validation. Okay, this is very important when you are testing the program. Okay, so it is giving for the date, because the thing is when I gave the date as 34, obviously it understood from the date time function, okay, that such type of date is not available. So now you can see here the date has been inserted. See, 2020 11:30, that is 30th November 2020. Time I didn't give, so it didn't show me inserted. Fine, I will show you the table also, just a minute. Okay, you can see here MySQL. You can see here just I got connected into it. I use test DESC table 3. It is showing me ID and data are the columns. It's null means I have not given any constraint on it, no primary key, no unique key. And you can see at the end 5. Okay, and 2020 11:30. Fine. So in this one manner, it inserts it. So I hope it must be clear to you how to make the connectivity from the backend to front end and write down the code. So you can use it in your the software development, whichever you would do at the basic level. Okay, after learning all the tutorials from here, uh, do watch the remaining tutorials. Stay tuned. Thank you.